have a good health. And so without having a good health, I may not be able to practice Dharma. So I want to be free from all kinds of diseases, particularly dangerous diseases. So for that reason, I would like to practice Lochen Rinpoche, Avalokiteshvara. And for that, I must, in order to be able to practice this particular teaching, I must first have an initiation. So for that reason, I'm going to take the initiation. That should be the motivation. So that is our motivation. And first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform a ritual, that is to remove obstacles to receive the initiation. So while I'm performing the ritual, you must contemplate that all the obstacles to get all obstacles, the external obstacles, inner obstacles, and secret obstacles, all kinds of three obstacles are being removed by the power of the ritual and by the power of Avalokiteshvara, the Lochen Rinpoche. So then you must be mindful in this thought, and then you listen to my ritual. Oji oji mezo je la ne be ha so be de so oji je ga ne de je na so wa je je na de ne so so wa je de na ye na da je na je do je ba yi go se ba je ne ge de na la wa ju wa de be sa ge na la wa ju wa de be sa ge na la wa ju wa de be sa ge na la wa ju wa de be sa oh na mo ji je ta wa na ji ba je ba na ma da wa na da de ma na sa ni ta de ma na shi de da de ki de je da de pa na je ba do ya su de de ji ju ma ba ju de pa pa ji de zo ji su ki de ala zo ko da je ba na ni de pa da chi na pa da be de pa da ki de lo wa be de be su la de de ki de ke de je lo ba na la do ba de lo ji su ki de ji na sa mo do je ba lo pa de je ba su de ji so ga其实多把家这个的，什么给了别把的学生的别个过来了，然后说就那说双喜，现在没种了，中国一些都是把我采完家开把对面啥，我们说白了说吧，我说白了说吧，我干了干我干了干了干了干了，干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了干了 Now, you are going to have a bath, and I will give you a bath, and then wiping and bathing. So during that time, you just visualize, because I cannot give each and everybody over here. So you imagine that you are getting, you are having bath. While I will just imagine all of you over here, and then I will pour the water from the vase. When I'm pouring the water from the vase, you must visualize that you are giving bath, and all the sins and obstructions and obscurations are being washed, and all the diseases are being washed, all the evil forces are being washed, all the uncomfortableness within your body is being washed, all the kinds of obstacles, untimely, all kinds of untimely death is being washed, and then all the curse is being washed, and all the bad signs are being washed, all the bad influence of bad signs and bad, bad dreams are being washed, all the unauspicious things with you are being washed, and all the evil forces, the Mara forces are being washed. So in total, every negativities are being washed. You should visualize that. You say this. 听的是那我说前头是那我说说的说结果然后就让我这样我就跟我吃饭了然后那个家里就是吃饭了我就对家我就是好像是这样我真的是那我说话这样我这样的我呗我把那这个我说他就说我说他就然后就说他就说他就电话就让我家里就电话我就我把这个我把那这个他就now you had bath. Now you will be given one, the water. So you sip the water and keep it in your mouth. Keep it in your mouth. Then I will indicate wiping, So at that time, so that you have been purified. But if some stains are left over somewhere, somehow in you, they are being wiped. You visualize that they are being wiped and soaked into the water that you have in your mouth. So at the end, I will ask you, then you spit that out. Okay? So they will bring a pot and you should spit that out. You will keep the water in the mouth. Now you spit that water from your mouth, okay? Spit out. So now you are fully purified, and then no stain is left within you. And then when I indicate with my vajra in my right hand, at that time you should visualize that there is radiant light coming from my heart, the Guru's heart, and touch your body. And at that moment, your body is blessed with a great protection. And in other words, your body is being protected, and it cannot be in the future. Your body became that it cannot be harmed by any kinds of forces, evil forces. And as I told you earlier, your body becomes resistant to all kinds of diseases, all kinds of evil forces, all kinds of curse forces, all kinds of unauspicious forces, all kinds of spirit forces, and so forth. So you become, you must visualize that you become well protected. So and you will never be attacked by any kind of negative forces. Okay. And when I was indicating with this vajra, you visualize that I put this vajra on your head, and at that moment there's radiant light coming from the Guru's heart, and then your body is being blessed. Rani Chen is a single to question, to be some of those. Lomana Gilila, Suma Chamber, Chingela, Lomana, the So now opening of mandala. So you must visualize that you are making an opening of mandala to the Guru Avalokiteshvara of Lion's Road. And then you visualize that all your body, mind, speech, and the whole world and the whole universe are lifted up on your head, on your hand, through your mind, in your visualization, your conception. And then make the offered to the Guru Avalokiteshvara. So being mindful in this thought, we make the mandala offering. Now it's making request for the initiation. So you repeat after me these sentences. These are in Tibetan words. There are 4 sentences, and this is just making request for the initiation. Or you are making request to give you the complete initiation. So you think that you are making the request, and while you are repeating after me, okay? Doje Zemba, Monso Solo, Dani Dola, Hededo, Soje Chola, Sedeki, Malu Jena, Sedo Sol, Malu Jena, Sedo Sol, Malu Jena, Sedo. So after that, taking the Bodhicitta vow. So we have generated bodhicitta within ourselves, right? Doing motivation we have generated, right? So this kind of mind that we have at the moment, so you must make a commitment sort of that I will never let it go away from me, this mind. I will never let it get away from me till I get enlightenment. That kind of commitment we have to make. And then you will get the motivtaion. You take the motivtaion from whom? You should visualize it. You should visualize it. There's Avalokiteshvara lines roar in front of you. Then there's one Dharma you can see. You see on the mandala there's one Dharma, white Dharma, there's no decoration. So over there you must visualize a real Arya Avalokiteshvara lines roar. So how to visualize? That is, there is one, you are giving the photo. So that photo you can see from here also distance. So that kind of with that appearance, the Avalokiteshvara is over there. So real Avalokiteshvara is there. You must visualize. And then Guru Avalokiteshvara, lion's roar is also in the form of, not in the form of human being. The Guru's appearance also should be in the form of that Avalokiteshvara, okay? And then Bodhisattvas, all Bodhisattvas are surrounded. That Avalokiteshvara is surrounded by all the Bodhisattvas, and all the Buddhas, and all the lineage Gurus are there. So all are in front of you, in your front space. So all, you should visualize all these lineage Gurus and Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Avalokiteshvara, okay? So from them you are going to take the Bodhicitta vow, and there are 4 sentences to be repeated in order to take the Bodhicitta vow. So the meaning of the 4 sentences I should just briefly explain. There is the first word is that means I take refuge in 3 jewels for the sake of all sentient beings. Okay? And then I hope you all might know how to take refuge in 3 jewels, so we don't go into great detail about the explanation of taking refuge in 3 jewels. Okay? And then the second sentence is purification, compassion. So that is also very important, because if you don't have refuge, if you don't have taken refuge in 3 jewels, then any kind of vows cannot be taken. Okay? So that's why that is there. And then if you have heavy bad karmic imprints on you, within you, like so your merit is very low and your demerit is very high. So then for those people, taking vow is not possible, because it is very difficult to develop a positive attitude, virtuous attitude within them. It's very difficult. So for the time being, for them it is very difficult. Therefore, we must purify ourselves. We must reduce the weight of. We must reduce the weight of the negative energy within ourselves. So the only way to reduce or to abandon the negative energy within ourselves is compassion, purification. So how do you do it? That you do it with 4 powers. That there are 4 powers that you must practice. With those 4 powers, any kind of sin can be purified. How big, no matter how big it is, no matter how powerful it may be, it doesn't matter, it can be destroyed through those 4 powers. Without those 4 powers, like 4 missiles, you need to destroy this enemy. We need 4 missiles, powerful missiles. With them, you can destroy. Without them, you will not be able to destroy. So it is very important to know about 4 powers. So 4 powers, believe me, I will just indicate you. Maybe you might know, maybe some people you might not know. So, but it is very important to know. Because without having this knowledge, your purification is not that effective. So you are doing all of it. Maybe you have recited 100 syllables mantra for 100,000 times. Still, the vat is still there. It is not cleaned properly. So if you do 100 syllables mantra recitation through having these 4 powers, then any kind of there is no negative energy which cannot be destroyed by this power. So that is important. The first power is called relying upon power. So we relying upon something. Through that we try to destroy our enemy, right? So that is taking refuge in intelligence and generating buddhi mind. There are 3 kinds of buddhi mind, but ours is the Mahayana buddhi mind. So Mahayana Buddhist, okay? Mahayana, according to Mahayana traditional Buddhism. So that has to be generated. That these 2 we have done it, right? We have done these 2 so far. And then the second one is you have to have strong feeling of regret that what you have done. You must realize that you have done wrong things. You must realize that you have accumulated bad karma. Then, through and not only realization, but also you should feel regret. I have done these things, and if I keep these karmas with me, they will give bad results to me. That is for sure. So for that reason, to enhance your faith, your trust, your belief in karma, cause and effect system is very important. So I keep on telling you, it is very important to cultivate, first to produce, then cultivate this faith in karma system. If you know about the karmic system properly, then the feeling of regret for the negative karma is very easy. Then you feel, oh, I have done wrong thing. Oh, this is very bad because I will suffer. I will suffer immensely. So therefore I have done wrong. Now what I'm going to do? You feel panic. You feel nervous. So that kind of regret. If you don't feel regret, then you will again do it. There is no hesitation to do it again. There will be no hesitation to go to engage in that kind of actions, right? So it is very important. So you know that when you know the karmic system, the feeling of regret comes automatically. Okay, and then the third one is sort of commitment. power of commitment, that I will never do this kind of actions in the future. You must make a commitment. Even though we are very familiar with doing wrong karmas, because we have been doing it since beginner's time, and also this life also since our birth we have been doing, and we are very familiar with this, and it is very easy for us to do. The other way is very difficult for us to do, right? To get engaged into good action is very difficult for us because we are not familiar with that. To do that, to get engaged into bad action is very easy for us because we are so familiar with that. It comes automatically. We don't need any efforts to. We don't have to make any efforts to do that. Right? So it's very important. So you make commitment. No, I will not do, because if I do this, then I will suffer. I will suffer. So the consequences will be very scary and suffering and so forth. So think again and then make commitment. So it is you have to make commitment. When you make commitment, then the hesitation will come. If you make commitment and it may keep on making commitment, and then since you have made commitment, that too in front of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so then sometimes you will hesitate to do wrong things, right? So that will help slowly to abandon doing bad actions. Okay? So that is what the third power. And the fourth power is antidote power, The action of antidote. That is the fourth power. That is, any practice of Dharma is the fourth power. Any practice of Dharma, reciting 100 syllabus mantra is very powerful. It is considered most powerful mantra for purification. It is considered most powerful mantra. But all other mantras are equally powerful. But Bodhisattva, the Vajrasattva mantra is specifically effective to purify ourselves. And then, most of all, meditating on emptiness, that is the most powerful antidote action. So, if you can meditate on emptiness, you must meditate on emptiness at least 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute a day. Right? The 1 minute a day, we all can. So whether you realize the emptiness or not, that is another question. But you don't have to, because everybody cannot be realized at the beginning. But you might have some kind of understanding. You must be careful. You should not have the wrong understanding. But you might have some positive understanding. With that understanding, you can do some kind of meditation, some kind of a contemplation of emptiness, and through that you are practicing good antidote power. Okay? And then any kinds of, if you don't know any of them, any prayers, any good wishes, if you think for the benefit of all sentient beings, that is also antidote power. So these 4 powers is very important. So with these 4 powers, any kind of sin can be purified. Okay? So therefore, the second sentence is for purification. The third sentence is rejoice. Rejoicing, you might have heard, you must rejoice after all the virtuous actions that you have done. For example, we are gathered here, we are today, we are doing some kind of practice of Dharma. At least we are doing some kind of practice of Dharma. So after this, you look back and today I did some kind of practice of Dharma. That's good. I was able to do that through the purify, and when you get purified, the more you purify, more your faith in Dharma will develop. Faith in Dharma will grow. Dharma practice is not growing. If our Dharma practice is not growing, if you feel lazy when we come to the practice of Dharma, if you don't understand, even though you try very hard to understand, but you don't understand it, the understanding of Dharma never comes sort of. And so all these are the signs of that you have heavy negative energy within yourself. This kind of attitude and this kind of behavior, this is getting changed. Then it is sign of you're becoming lighter.
如果你的这个对修行、对修佛的这个态度开始转变，你开始精进的话，就表示说你的这个业力已经慢慢的在减轻了，就是表示说已经开始有一些作用。
And your understanding of Dharma will also grow. If nothing is changing, then you can presume that your purification is not working. So then the third sentence is rejoice. I just told you rejoice after the virtuous actions that you've done. So whenever you've done some virtuous actions, you can after that action again you can rejoice. Through the blessings of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Gurus, today I was able to accumulate a little merit. So that was good. I've done it. That was good. You don't feel proud. Sometimes it is possible that but sometimes retreat also can be dangerous. When you live in a retreat, and then you feel, oh, now I have done 3 years of retreat. I'm a big person. I must be respected, and so forth. You can think it that way. So then you can. That is not rejoicing. And then you can rejoice after the virtuous actions done by other people. So if the other person, for example, if one person made a lamb offering, and then you rejoice after him. If the person is equal to you, then you will get the equal merit. Even though you haven't offered a butter lamb. If the person is lower than you, then you will get more merit than he earned. If he is higher than you, maybe you can get half of like Jetsongkhapa, the great. With the least effort to accumulate a huge amount of merit. Rejoice is the best. In order to be able to have bodhicitta vow, we need a lot of merit. The fourth sentence is that I will hold the mind, yes, the bodhicitta. Of all the Avalokiteshvara, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, Guru Avalokiteshvara, to repeat after me, being mindful in the thoughts that I have explained to you, and we are going to repeat this 3 times.